So, good day everyone. I'm Princess Jibael, the first reporter. So, what is arts and creativity literacy? Arts and creativity literacy refers to the ability to use creative expression through visual arts, music, drama, and more as a way to communicate ideas, emotions, and stories. It helps students develop essential skills such as design thinking, creativity, and critical thinking, which are highly valued in today's and tomorrow's workforce. Through arts, students learn how to use specialized vocabulary, metaphors, and embodied expression to better articulate their thoughts and emotions. So next is why is it important? So creative literacy supports reluctant readers, builds confidence, and teachers practice real-world skills. Research shows that students who engage with arts are better able to connect their learning and reading and writing to their creative projects. This leads to deeper and more sustained learning. So next is how to bring arts literacy into the classroom. So the teachers can easily integrate arts literacy into any subject by using the following strategies. First, use exit slips for reflections. Second, create a classroom art book library. Third, have students write in sequence to explain art processes. And fourth, assign artist statements to articulate creative intent. And for the fifth, incorporate storytelling to deepen engagement and meaning. So next is the four division of art study. Arts education can be explored through four main branches. One, aesthetics. So understanding the nature and appreciation of beauty in art. Second, art history. So learning about art in different time periods and cultures. And the third is art production. So creating original works of art. And last, art criticism, analyzing and evaluating artworks. So that's all po. Thank you.
Aesthetic of art study. Aesthetic means the pleasant, positive, or artful appearance of a person or a thing. An example of the word is aesthetic is to say that a particular car is beautiful, relating to the philosophy or theories of aesthetic. Aesthetics is about how we see and feel beauty in things, especially in art. It's when something looks nice, pleasing, or meaningful to us. For example, when someone says a car looks beautiful, they are making an aesthetic judgment. In art, this idea helps us talk about why certain pieces looks good or feel emotional or powerful. Aesthetics is also connected to deeper ideas like why we think something is beautiful or how beauty can change depending on culture or personal taste. It's not just about liking how something looks, it's also about something and feeling something special when we see art. Art history. Art history is the study of objects of art considered within their time period. Art historians analyze visual art's meaning, painting, sculpture, architecture at the time they were created. Art history is the study of artworks like paintings, sculptures, and buildings, but not just for how they look, it's more about understanding when, how, and why they were made. Art historians try to connect the artwork to the time and culture it came from. By doing this, we learn more about history, people's beliefs, and even their emotional during that time. Art becomes more meaningful when we see the story behind it and how it reflected to the world around it. Next is aesthetic of art study. Aesthetic education is an approach to teaching and learning that engages students in learning about works of art through hands-on inquiry, questioning, writing, and art making. Aesthetic education is a way of learning about art that goes beyond reading or listening to lectures. It includes hands-on activities like creating art, asking questions, writing about your thoughts, and having open discussions. This kind of learning helps students connect more deeply with the artwork. Instead of just looking at art, students are encouraged to experience it, think about what it means, and share their own interpretations. It makes learning about art more personal and helps develop creativity and critical thinking. Aesthetic, also spelled aesthetics, the philosophical study of beauty and taste. It is closely related to the philosophy of art, which is concerned with the nature of art and the concepts in terms of which individuals' works of art are interpreted and evaluated. This part talks about the philosophy of aesthetics, which means thinking deeply about what makes something beautiful or artistic. It includes asking questions like what is art? Why do people value beauty? And how do we decide what's good or bad in art? Philosophers have been exploring these ideas for a long time. Their thinking help us understand that art is not just about looking nice, it's also about meaning, emotion, and how people express themselves. This side of aesthetic helps us see art in a more thoughtful and reflective way.
Good day, sir. I am Jelica Narda and I am the next discussant. Number one, aesthetic of art study. Aesthetic means the pleasant, positive, or artful appearance of a person or a thing. An example of the word is aesthetic is to say that a particular car is beautiful, relating to the philosophy or theories of aesthetics. Aesthetics refers to the beauty or artful appearance or of something. For example, calling a painting beautiful is a judgment based on aesthetics. In art study, it's the philosophical study of the art, beauty and art. For the art history is the study of art considered within their time of object period. Art historians analyze visual art meaning at the time they were created. Art history analyze visual arts like painting, sculpture, architecture within their historical context, interpret, interpreting their meaning at the time of creation. For example, analyzing the symbolism in Egyptian tomb paintings reveals beliefs about the afterlife prevalent during that era. Art history is the study of humans' expression, visual but also tactile, spatial, and sometimes oral through history. Art historians develop ways to translate from the visual to the verbal through analyze and interpretation using a number of different approaches and methodologies. Art history studies human expression throughout time, visual, tactile, spatial, and sometimes auditory. Art historians interpret this expression, translating visual elements into words using various analytical methods. For example, analyzing the brush stroke in a paintings can reveal the artist's techniques and emotional state. Studying the art of the past teaches us how people have seen themselves and their work and how they want to show this to others. Art history provides a means by which we can understand our human past and its relationship to our present because the act of making art is one of humanity's most obtuse activities. Studying art history reveals past cultures, self-perceptions, and worldview, and how they expresses it. This understanding connects the past to the present because art making is a fundamental human activity. For example, analyzing cave paintings provides insights into the beliefs and daily life of early humans.
So, art production. Artistic production is the creation of beautiful or significant things. Art does not need to be innovative to be good. So, I was never any good at art. He said that architecture is the art of wasting space beautifully. Artistic creation. Art creation, creativity, activity, the human act of creating. So, when we talk about art production or artistic production, it refers to the process of creating artworks that express emotions, ideas, culture, or beauty. It also includes many forms like drawing, painting, sculpture, music, dance, theater, and also music, um, photography, film, and digital art. Crafts like the crochet, the embroidery, pottery, and etc. So, art production is not only about creating something new, but also about communicating feelings or messages. Whether it's a painting that shows the joy, a song that tells a story, a crochet piece made with love, and also every artwork is a form of personal or cultural expression. So, art criticism, it is responding to, interpreting meaning, and making critical judgment about specific works of art. Art critics help viewers perceive, interpret, and judge artworks. So, when we talk about art criticism, it is the process of looking at, understanding, and giving opinions about a work of art. It also helps us to think deeply about what we see in an artwork, not just whether we like it or not, but why we feel that way. So it includes describing whether what you see, colors, the shapes, people, and the setting, analyzing how it is put together, the balance, the contrast, and style, interpreting what does it mean. So what are the feelings or the messages that does it give, judging what, do you think it is a strong or successful artwork, and also why. So art critics are teachers and students, and all do art criticism to better understand the message, the quality, and the meaning of art. So art criticism is not about insulting or attacking an art. It is about appreciating it more deeply and learning how to express your thought in a respectful and a thoughtful way. So, art production is at the heart of making art. Artists and theorists have long knowledge its importance as both an artistic action and an idea to be explored, while some contemporary artists foreground production as a tool, others use their work to explore ideas around production we might otherwise overlook. So, art production is the process of creating art. It also includes everything an artist does to bring an artwork to life. This could mean painting a canvas, sculpting a clay, composing music or song, dancing, crocheting, or even filming a video. So, on art production is not only about making a beautiful piece, but also it includes the planning, the thinking, and also experimenting things that help you to widen your imagination to create a beautiful piece. So, artists and art experts believe that the act of producing art is not just as important as the finished product. So, some modern or contemporary artists focus more on the process itself, um, the tools they use, the time they take, the step they follow, and also um, use those to express their deeper meanings. So they might use ordinary objects or unusual materials to make us think about how art is made, who makes it, and why it matters. So there are three main stages of production. The first one is the pre-production, wherein it includes the planning, scripting, and the storyboarding. Number 2 is the production, wherein it is the actual shooting or recording, and lastly is the post-production, wherein everything between the production and creating the final master copy. So when we talk about the pre-production, it is the planning stage before anything is filmed or made. It includes the writing the script or plan, creating storyboard as a visual guide, and also preparing the materials, the location, costume, and tools. Also, by assigning roles to the people, director, the actors, and the crew. So it is like making a blueprint before, for example, building a house wherein everything must be well prepared, so the actual work runs smoothly. And the number 2 is the production, wherein this is the stage where the actual filming, recording, and performing happen. It also includes the acting or performing, shooting videos or taking photos, recording the audio, the music, the dialogue, and the sound. This is where the plan becomes real. The camera rolls, the people perform, and the materials created. And lastly is the post-production, wherein this happens after filming or recording is done. It is where everything is put together to create the final version that includes editing the videos or photos, adding music, sound effects, and also the voice, adding effects, transition, and text. So final checking before the release, it is like the polishing and decorating a finished product so it's ready to be shared or shown.
And I'm the next discussant. Art criticism involves four basic steps, including number 1, look at the obvious; 2, analyze the artwork; 3, decide on an interpretation; 4, make a judgment call. Number 1, look at the obvious. This means start by observing the artwork. Basic elements like subject, colors, shapes, lines, and textures without deep analysis. Number 2, analyze the artwork. This means examine how the elements are arranged or composition, use of design principles and techniques used. Number 3, decide on an interpretation. Determine what the artwork means or what message or emotion it conveys. Number 4, make a judgment call. This means evaluate the success or effectiveness of the artwork in terms of creativity, message, technical skill, or impact. This slide references the Fieldman model, a well-known method in art education. Description: what do you see? Analysis: how is it organized? Interpretation: what is the meaning? And evaluation: is it successful or valuable? It discusses three major theories in art criticism. First, imitationalism. It focuses on realistic representation. A good artwork mimics real life accurately. Number 2, formalism. Emphasizes the formal elements, line, shape, color, etc., and composition rather than subject or meaning. Number 3, emotionalism. This means values the emotional impact or expression conveyed by the artwork. Role of art criticism. The criticism has an important role in developing and deepening the work of artists and helping viewers perceive and interpret works of art. This slide emphasizes that art criticism is not just about judgment but about growth and understanding. Help artists reflect, grow, and improve their work. Guides viewers to appreciate deeper meanings, context, and techniques in art. Enriches the art experience for both creators and audience.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jury May O. Cirillo from Prof-Ed 3C. So, I am going to discuss one of the principle of art, which is harmony. So, harmony refers to the creation of cohesiveness by emphasizing similarities between separate but related parts. So, harmony uses various elements such as color, line, shape, form, value, space, and texture. So to create a sense of togetherness, we need these elements. So next is harmony helps create a visually appealing and unified piece of art. Next is we discusses the principle of balance in art. So this refers to the arrangement of artistic elements such as line, texture, color, and form. So these elements help us to create a sense of visual stability. So balance is one of the key principles of art and design. Along with the unity, proportion, emphasizes and rhythms. So the goal of balance is to create a sense of equilibrium and stability in an artwork, making it visually appealing and engaging. Next is we comes to the three types of balance in art. First is symmetrical, second is asymmetrical, and lastly is radical. So symmetrical balance refers to the use of identical or similar elements on either side of a central axis. So um, symmetrical, creating a sense of mirror-like symmetry. So the example given is a human figure that is symmetrically balanced with the same features on both sides of a central axis. So, asymmetrical balance, on the other hand, involves the use of different elements that still create a sense of balance and stability. Lastly is radical balance refers to the use of elements that radiate from essential points, creating a sense of balance and harmony.
Good day, everyone. I'm April and Rapinian Ramos. I'm the last reporter. So, rhythm. Rhythm is a principle of design that creates a sense of movement or flow in an artwork. It is achieved by the repetition of elements such as lines, shape, colors, or textures. So, like rhythm in music, visual rhythm gives the artwork a tempo and guides the viewer's eye through the composition, making it feel dynamic and alive. Next is emphasis. So, emphasis is a principle of art used to draw attention to a specific part of an artwork. So, helping the viewer understand its message or story. The area that stands out the most is called the focal point. So, it's where the viewer's eyes are naturally drawn first. Artists create emphasis using contrast, color, size, placement, or detail. While most artworks have one main focal point, some may have multiple to guide the viewer through different areas of interest. So, emphasis is a design strategy used to draw the viewer's attention to a specific part of an artwork or design. So, it creates a focal point, an eye-catching area that stands out from the rest. Artists achieve emphasis by using contrast, color, size, shape, or placement to make one element more noticeable than others. So this helps guide the viewer's eye and communicate the most important part of the artwork. In visual arts is a form of fine art that involves creating works that can be seen and experienced visually. It includes art forms such as painting, drawing, sculpture,
photography, printmaking, and digital art. Visual arts allows artists to express their feelings, emotions, thoughts, and imagination through image, color, shapes, and design. It is a powerful way to communicate ideas and connect with viewers without using words. And that's all po. Thank you.